Welcome to 108 Gate, where we're looking at the current energies of today. Before we go on to that, letting you know that all of the end of year zodiac sign readings are up. They're not in the particular playlist yet, but they are there floating around on the channel. We will get zodiac sign playlists, and then there will be monthly readings for each. So subscribe and join us for that. Hope you're all well. Today we have some amethyst. It feels like some higher consciousness is received, being received, needing to be received, wanting to be received. In the process of that, there also needs to be a letting go of significant blocks, chunks, knots of energy, consciousness, some conscious patterns being obliterated, annihilated, released, dissolved, processed, however you want to put it. So just to remind you, that is a short guided meditation playlists for feminine and masculine energies, and the longer guided meditation playlist guided meditations will be up in a while, sooner hopefully. Right, so renewal, time to begin again, stronger and better. Okay, so are there regrets lingering, resentment lingering? Now, before you say no, excuse me, we may not actually be seeing it as a regret, or we may not be seeing it as resentment. It may be coming up as grief. It may be coming up as something else that doesn't directly resemble regret. So this is why it's like going to the higher consciousness of it and letting it inform you of where it's actually rooted, or where it's clinging onto or hung on to. I'm going to sneeze again, apologies. Interesting that this is coming up. So I'm feeling energy is going through the nasal passage and the third eye, and as if like a expanding energy as it's coming out the top of the head. There is lots and lots of energy around needing to renew perspectives. Like I said, resentment or regret, it may not be coming in, it might not be manifesting, or it may not be showing up as resentment or regret. It may be showing up as grief or sadness or lethargy or depression or panic. This is real intense energy. So before I started this one today, there was a definite vibe of slow, write down, bring things to a halt as much as you can to be able to propel yourself forward, coming in from a calmer space, a softer space, a rejuvenated space. But from the rejuvenation to happen, it needs to be extracting what's no longer working. Otherwise you're wasting nutrients, time, energy, effort on things that are just not going to work. In that, there may be some attachment to, like I said, resentment or regret, which is not presenting as resentment or regret. So this is quite a difficult vibe to deal with, because if you're trying to deal with something in the normal way, or the usual way that we see it or feel it, allow yourself that questioning of like, well, how is it that I need to proceed, and where am I not proceeding? So therefore you can kind of let things show themselves as a way of how they should be going, where they want to be going, but then actually allowing the truth of it to flow in its own truth to be revealed. That sounds a bit convoluted and a bit back and forth and in and out. But let's get some cards to kind of clarify a bit more of that. High Priestess. No, sorry, Hierophant. A higher perspective. King of Wands. Being proactive in your feminine energy with masculine activities. Masculine ways of doing things. Hierophant, like I said, I did feel the amethyst. So that higher consciousness, that higher perspective, that higher awareness of things. We need another one here. There you go. Take yourself to the sunshine. Like I said, where do you want to be going? Where do you want to be aiming? Focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on that. Allow the other stuff that's not for you, that's not a benefit for you, to just fall away. I'm seeing like a spaceship or space shuttle rather. When it's taking off, that there's certain things that just fall off from it, so it can go up further, go up further, go up further. The higher it goes, the less it needs of what it had attached to it to propel it into space, to make it go up into space, to thrust it up into space. Because then it's already in space and it's there until it's ready to come down. Then that's a whole different thing. But right now we want to focus on the thrusting self into a higher consciousness, not in a pushing way, but through your thoughts, through your visualization, through your affirmations, through your intentions, through your emotions. Hence, go towards the sun. But it doesn't mean that there's not going to be some things that are pulling. Letting those things that pull you have some strength to apply to it. Letting those things that are pulling you inform you of what needs to be let go of next. It seems very simple, but at the same time it's going around it in a really complicated way. Ace coins. It's not the Ouroboros, because the Ouroboros is a circle, but that is that cycle. There's some cycles that are beneficial. Go towards the beneficial cycles. Get the momentum in the beneficial cycles. That's it. When it's blocked or it's stopped or it's prevented, then you're going to be known about it. You're going to be aware of it. You're going to be informed of it in ways of like, okay, something's stuck. If you're moving forward, if you're on a path and you just keep, you're in automatic response kind of mode, you're just in auto drive kind of thing. You keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward until there's something that stops you, a fallen tree. You stop the fallen trees there. Otherwise, if you're going round a park, for example, that you're familiar with, you're going to just keep going, keep going, keep going on automatic pilot. Something to do with the flying pilots. Which way you're going. Discerning. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't get stuck. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't get stuck. And when you get stuck, it's because you are stuck there still, not because you've allowed yourself to be, not because you are keeping yourself stuck, and not because you're allowing others to keep you stuck. Keep going that way. Hierophant and sunshine, Hierophant and sunshine, to renew yourself with strength. A very interesting energy. Okay, 10 of Wands. Mastering this conflict. In the past, you might get stuck in something and wonder, why did that happen? Regret, resentment, keeping you stuck. Let the resentment and the regret show itself for its truth. Show itself for what it really is. It may be, like I said, presenting itself as depression or anxiety or panic or phobias or something like that. Or anger, but allowing it to show, or why are you angry? Why are you feeling sad? Why? Not to get stuck into the question. This is the mastery part, but to let it inform you of what you need to let go of and move yourself forward. Not to get stuck in the question, not to get stuck and ruminate about the answer, but to allow it to be presented, show itself, process it, let it go, Whatever you got to do with it, unhook from it, or have others unhook from you, whatever you've got to do, and then just go back into, as soon as possible, keep focusing on the Hierophant and the Sun energy with strength, renewing yourself, renewing yourself, renewing yourself. Keep going. This does feel like it needs what's the word? Consistency. It needs stamina. It needs attentive attentive kind of focus. It needs attention paid to it, so you can just keep going, and you'll feel when it gets easier, and then you can just rest from it. But it does feel like it could be quite exhausting, depending on how much you're carrying, depending on how easy you make it on yourself, or depending on how easy you allow it to be. One of those aspects being not to get stuck in the question, not to get stuck in the here part. Find it, but let it find you, because you're already going that way. It's holding on here, let it unhook, keep going. Next bit, unhook, let go, keep going. Hope that helps a little bit. Peace and love.